Good morning, I'm Tyler Stein, and you're listening to MediaPlex Radio. It's a PA day for students across the public and Catholic school boards. Looking ahead to next week, students may have more time off. The Windsor-Essex Catholic District School Board is expecting to close schools Tuesday and January 21st if no new deal in teacher talks is reached. This also means all childcare centers within the school board will be closed. The City of Windsor is reminding parents that registration is now open for day camp programs for ages 4 and up. Updates on the potential closure on Tuesday can be found on the Windsor-Essex Catholic District School Board website. This is the first time in over 20 years that all 4 Ontario education unions have moved to a potential strike position at the same time. The public and Catholic elementary school and secondary schools, as well as the Union for the French School Board, are all moving into legal action. Feelings of anxiety can take hold frequently and unexpectedly. Helping parents and teachers recognize anxiety was the subject of a recent seminar. Esther Arinbo was there.
We go through stress almost every week of our lives, but do we know what it is and how to deal with it? Director of the Acute Psychiatric Inpatient Program and Outpatient Services Maryville, Dr. Janet Orchard explains why it is important for parents to pay attention to their children, especially to help recognize when they might be going through anxiety.
It's a very important topic because it interferes in the functioning of kids in our community so dramatically. It's so common, and the additional stresses associated with life now.
She, however, pointed out that international students in a larger percentage are prone to anxiety.
We're seeing international students as a highly vulnerable population, but they come over and they don't have their family of supports, and they're in a totally foreign land and a foreign culture, and many times they don't have the language.
She then suggests that
I think the first thing is for there to be somebody that's a trusted person you can talk to, someone with some understanding of what helps anxiety and what can support a person who's experiencing anxiety to be able to challenge it.
For MediaPlex News Radio, I'm Esther Arinbo.
Windsor police are still looking for the suspects in a crash that occurred in the early Thursday morning of the 5800 block of Tecumseh Road East. Police responded to an alarm after a heavy equipment loader drove into a business, causing extensive damage. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact Windsor Police Services or Crime Stoppers. It is not against the rules for players to steal pitch signs in Major League Baseball, however, using cameras or binoculars to see them is. The Houston Astros is facing harsh punishment for violating this rule. They have been fined $5 million, had their upper management suspended, and have lost draft picks. Now their 2017 championship title could potentially be taken away. The team had camera position at center field to decode signs the catcher was giving the pitcher. Cell phones were used to relay information onto the upcoming pitches to the players in the dugout, and they would bang on trash cans to signal the batter which type of pitch was coming. It is suspected that the Astros are not the only team in the league using electronic sign stealing, but they could be the first to be made an example of. Windsor has had some wild weather lately. Miranda Monahan explains why this has been happening.
Special weather statement advising southern Ontario could experience approximately 50 millimeters of rain was issued late last week. Today, the forecast is for snow and freezing temperatures, followed and caused icy roads. There have also been several windstorms as of late. One recently carried winds close to 100 kilometers per hour near the shores of Lake Erie. Michael Carter is a meteorologist from the Weather Network. He helps explain what's going on. This record rainfall event for January is being driven by exceptional amounts of moisture being transported north from the Gulf of Mexico. This is mainly due to very strong southerly winds driven by a feature of the atmosphere called the Bermuda High. This Bermuda High is stronger than normal right now for the time of year. Carter added, there is a sharp temperature contrast across the Great Lakes region with frigid Arctic air building just to the north while very warm air surges in from the south. This contrast in temperatures helps to fuel the storm system that is tracking across the region. The result has been the streams and rivers overflow their banks and flooding in low-lying areas. 4 to 7 inches of snow and more rain are expected this weekend. For MediaPlex News, I'm Miranda Monahan.
The winter that some were expecting may finally be here. Today, temperatures will reach -1 with a 90% chance of snow. We can expect about 10 centimeters of snow over the next 2 days. That's about 4 inches. Saturday, we will see the temperatures peak at 4 degrees before dipping down to -3 until Tuesday. I'm Tyler Stein, and you've been listening to MediaPlex Radio. Don't forget to tune in to our next broadcast at 11:30.